And by sunrise, she's marching with a sign in the air. Hashtags flying everywhere. Paint on her jacket, fire in her eyes. Truth gets louder when the camera's live. She says she's saving the world in 4K live. Different stage when it's neon nights. By day she's preaching revolution plans. By night she's paying bills with OnlyFans. Cape in the closet, heels in her hand. Fighting the system and the algorithm. Having only friends ain't part of the plan. She funds the movement with OnlyFans. Glitter on boots, spotlight glow. Crowd goes wild at the midnight show. Clock strikes 12, persona flips. Justice and drama from painted lips. Megaphone power, trans so bold. Truth gets flexible when the story's sold. By day she's chanting through city halls. By night she's working behind paywalls. Hero or villain, depends who stands. She's got subscribers, not just fans. Saving the world one live stream scan. Fun in the fight with Two masks, one mission, split screen fame. Every cause needs a funding stream. Is it justice? Is it sand? Is it power in her hand? She's got a banner and a backup plan. Megaphone queen with a payment scan. Cape in the daylight, cash in hand. Truth goes viral when it's well lit and planned. Superhero in high demand. Powered by rage. And
AP News, I'm Ed Donahue. Israel's UN Ambassador Danny Danon was asked how long Israeli strikes on Iran will continue.
As long as it takes. You know, it's not easy for the people in Israel who stay in shelters for long days. It's not easy for our neighboring countries. You know, I get phone calls from people who are stuck now in Dubai and other places. It's not easy.
At the White House, President Trump was asked about how long this mission will take.
Right from the beginning, we projected 4 to 5 weeks, but we have capability to go far longer than that. We'll do it. Whatever somebody said today, they said, oh, well, if the president wants to do it really quickly. After that, he'll get bored. I don't get bored. There's nothing boring about this.
The intensity of the attacks, the killing of Iran's supreme leader, and the lack of any apparent exit plan set the stage for a prolonged conflict with far-reaching consequences. As several airstrikes hit Iran's capital, the top security official said on X, "We will not negotiate with the U.S." Iran was not the only target. Israel is also focused on Lebanon.
Highways were jammed overnight and into the day, with people fleeing after Israel launched its deadliest barrage of airstrikes in the south and on the capital in more than a year, striking hours after Hezbollah fired missiles across the border for the first time in more than a year. Lebanon's health ministry is reporting dozens killed and many more wounded in the overnight strikes in the Beirut suburbs and southern Lebanon. I'm Charles Tiladasma.
Today Show co-host Savannah Guthrie and her sister returned to their mother's home outside Tucson, Arizona, in their first sighting at the house since Nancy Guthrie went missing a month ago. They laid yellow flowers in a makeshift tribute to the 84-year-old at the edge of a street. Federal and city authorities say a gunman who opened fire outside a Texas bar, killing 2 people, was not on their radar before the attack. This is AP News. The AP's Julie Walker reports experts in the Netherlands confirm a painting by Rembrandt is a Rembrandt, years after it was dismissed.
The Rijksmuseum is unveiling Vision of Zacharias in the Temple. After 2 years of close study, including high-tech scans and comparing pigments and paint layers with other Rembrandt works, and dating the wood panel to before 1633. The painting depicts a biblical story in which High Priest Zacharias is visited by the Archangel Gabriel. A private collector bought it in 1961, and it has stayed out of view for decades. The anonymous owner initially asked the museum only if the painting was Dutch. I'm Julie Walker.
Robert De Niro will appear this week at Carnegie Hall. He'll read excerpts from a Philip Glass symphony about Abraham Lincoln that the composer once intended to stage at the Kennedy Center in Washington, now called the Trump Kennedy Center. Glass canceled the D.C. premiere. I'm Ed Donahue, AP News.
If you see something, say something. And stay anonymous. Call Crime Stoppers at 234-7272 or submit a tip online at nmicrimestoppers.com. No names, no caller ID, no recordings, just your info. And if your tip leads to an arrest, you could earn up to $1,000 in cash. Your tips have helped take hundreds of criminals off the streets in the NMI. It works because of you. Crime Stoppers, we want your information, not your name. PHI is your local pharmacy serving customers in Cagman, Garapan, and Dandan since 1996. Shop PHI Pharmacy for all your prescriptions, and we even offer a large line of multivitamin supplements. Our Dandan location is open weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 4 on weekends. Or visit our Garapan and Cagman locations weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 1 on Saturdays. Check us out online at phipharmacy.com or follow us on Facebook. PHI is a locally owned independent community Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Hey bro, can I grab your bush?
Yeah, man, go for it.
Right on. Thanks, bro. Hey bro, can I grab your bush too?
Sure, bro. Go ahead.
Thanks.
Now I can grab my own bush. Saipan, it's time to grab your bush. Pick up a 12-pack of ice-cold bush, and you're in for more than just a refreshing beer. Every 12-pack gives you a chance to win exclusive bush gear and more. So don't wait. Swing by your favorite store, grab your bush, and join the fun. Because here in Saipan, the best moments are even better with Bush. Grab your bush today.
If you think girls and women's equality matter, stand up. If girls and women's sports matter, and you want your daughters to have the same opportunity you had, stand up. If you know that it isn't fair or safe to allow males to compete in girls' sports, because it's, well, obvious, stand up. Don't be cowed by people who call you a bigot. You're not a bigot. Don't let men tell us how to be good girls. Don't let others tell you you just need to be quiet. Sit down. Be nice. It's not nice to further a lie. It's not mean to believe in women's equality. We deserve our own sports, privacy, fairness, safety. We deserve a chance to compete and win. So don't be nice. Don't be careful. Be honest. Be brave. Fight for women. We've come too far to give up now.
And if you agree with that, stand up and stand with us.
Are you or someone you know living with a mental illness? Have you experienced abuse or neglect, denial of services, or discrimination because of a mental illness or disability? You have rights. NM Posse is the Northern Marianas Protection and Advocacy Systems Incorporated, and we're here for you. Individuals diagnosed with mental illness have human, civil, and legal rights under federal and local law. No one should be mistreated, denied services, or discriminated against because of a disability. NM Posse's PIME program provides protection and advocacy for individuals with mental illness and provides information about your rights, advocacy, and assistance for eligible individuals, and support in cases involving abuse, neglect, or discrimination. Services are confidential and provided at no cost to eligible individuals. To learn more, call NM Posse today at 670-235-7273 or 7274, or email gborja@nmposse.org.
All right, good morning, Marianas. Wow, it seems a little darker in here. Is it? I think it is. I don't know what's going on. I think it's because the camera's in the wrong spot. When I moved everything back after everything yesterday, so it's a little bit darker. I'm lightening it up right now. Good morning, Marianas. It is Tuesday. It is not Monday. And so we are just trying to get all back to normal here after getting discombobulated a little bit. And man, I'm rocking out to the Ina's Kitchen song because Ina's Kitchen was amazing yesterday. Just what the doctor ordered with that chicken teriyaki with the half mac and half kimchi. My gosh, man, I'm telling you, I love those guys over there. Not only does it taste really good, not only does it warm your soul, it is just a great place to be because all the people over there are really great. I absolutely love the guys over and gals over there at Ina's Kitchen. And if you haven't been down there, you are missing out. They're at the bottom of Capitol Hill. And my goodness, they are just amazing. Well, not as amazing as you are. So welcome to us today. I feel like I haven't seen you guys in like forever. Well, anyway, been a busy little bee over here in the Marianas. And now just trying to get you guys going. What does this one sound like? That's why. Because I heard the other one. Hey, I'll tell you what, we got to get all back and ready to go over here. When we go and do stuff like what we did yesterday with the funeral and all that, you know, we take a whole bunch of the equipment that we've got here, some different settings, the cameras that we really like to use, all that kind of stuff. So things are not exactly in every perfect place where they used to be, but we're getting back there. Good news is we're here, you're here, and we got all the news, sports, headlines, and everything that you got today. And speaking of today, it's a beautiful day out here. We still have a rip current out there all the way until 4 o'clock tonight, this afternoon. But right now, it's just amazing. It's a beautiful day, perfect timing for the ship that just came in. 77 degrees outside in Saipan right now. I know, it's crazy. 90% humidity. It still feels amazing. Going down the road feels nice and cool with the windows open and feeling good. And that's why we took a little bit longer today. Someone sent us a message saying, hey, you left your lights on. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. Well, anyway, it's a beautiful day out here in the Marianas. We're looking at isolated showers, but mostly sunny skies today. High near 86. Wind's going to be coming out of the east-northeast, as always, about 9 miles per hour. Pretty standard. Tonight, though, we're going to get some rain, so expect that. 40% chance of rain, and as you know, if there's a percentage, it's going to happen. Tomorrow, we're going to have more of the same, high near 85, and a nice light wind. That's what we got for the next couple of days. And we are very happy for nice weather here in the Marianas. Whenever we can get it, we will take it. Speaking of things that we could take, we can take a break and take a sip of coffee this morning. We got so much stuff to talk about. Like, I want to jump in to talk about all this stuff yesterday. But yesterday, excuse me, hold on. Better? Oh, excuse me. So yesterday, we had to say goodbye to one of our friends and experience the joy from some of his family members and the tears and the pain and the celebration of life and the love that we have for Mel Sakisat, who passed last month, but say goodbye to him yesterday. But I'll tell you what, I don't think I've ever been to a funeral quite like that one. I when I got asked to do the stream, I'm like, dragging my feet because I am not callous to this stuff yet. It still hurts, to see. It doesn't. I don't know if hurt is the right word, but I'm still moved by seeing that raw expression of grief. It's just so painful. Like when you feel the emotion of somebody who's completely bawling out and mourning, the wailing when their loved one is gone. Oh, it's so hard. And I'll tell you what, when someone passes away and you want to go to that funeral, all that stuff's great. But when you're doing it for work, it's different, right? I mean, and so like, I don't want it to be like, yep, clocking in, making the donuts, yep, funeral, okay, now it's done, mechanics. I still want to be that guy. I'm okay doing it. But yesterday felt like that. There were a few moments where I kind of choked up and let a couple tears out and, I'm like fighting back that little quivering lip and all that stuff. But there were a couple of really happy moments. When Mel's brother sang a cappella, he took the microphone and said, I want to sing to him one more time, one last time. Oh, I loved it. I had never seen anything like that. It was great. It was, that was joy. That was love. That was really nice to be a part of and to be there for it. Hey, good morning, David Gibson. Great to see you. Yeah, hopefully, I hear you're coming back to Saipan. We hope to get you in studio here soon. The other thing from that funeral that I hadn't seen before, was music. I'm not talking your regular church music. By the way, the choir was amazing. Marco Peter was out there with the uke, and they had the whole band was out there. They sounded so good. That choir was amazing. And the DPS choir made their way over too. And you could tell because when the bass hit in, they sounded amazing. But it was, after you're used to hearing the same things, the same songs, oh man, some of those church songs are like, they're bangers, the ones that you love and all that other stuff. But all of a sudden, you hear Al Green. I'm so in love with you. Whatever you want to do is all right with me. I mean, I'm like, wait, we're in church. What is going on? And it was real legit. I'm like, oh no, we're going to get copyright. We're going to get a copyright ding. But I was lost in it. And I found myself kind of just going like that and smiling. And I'm like, I can't believe I'm smiling at a funeral. It feels weird. And I was looking around at the crowd, everyone who was there. And I could see some smiles. And then I could see people tapping their feet to themselves and just kind of singing a little bit. And they were playing it because it was Mel's favorite song. And I don't think the priest had ever heard anything like that before. I mean, they heard the music, but not in church. It was a special, special thing. Oh, and oh boy, the tribute Bob Coldine gave. Just awesome. We're going to post that separately. Now, and we normally don't post, like, we'll do the streams and all that stuff. We're going to upload it and all that stuff. But we normally don't take segments out of those funerals. But that was really good. Bob Coldine was great. What a tribute. Guy can write. He can orate. It was really nice. So, yes, it was sad. But the sadness was when we lost them. Yesterday was really a celebration. A melibration? Okay. One other thing that I loved about it yesterday was that it was in San Roque. I know it wasn't the most convenient place. I know it's not big enough to house everyone who wants to go like Cathedral would be. But dang, Mel loves San Roque. He's from San Roque. He loves San Roque. And I know because I told him where I lived. When I told him I lived like in the Marpy area, he's like, no. This is when I was over there in like Camille's Gardenia, like 20 years ago. He's like, no, that's San Roque. I'm like, well, maybe I mean Asthma Twist. He's like, no, you know what? All that's San Roque. It's really all San Roque. All those other names or something, but like it's all San Roque. And then he went into about like his love for the village and all that stuff. And that stuck with me 20 years later. That one conversation after baseball while we were hanging out. And that was really cool that it was in San Roque. In fact, when the family asked if we could do a live stream, I'm like, man, Cathedral, the connection's really bad. And I'm sorry, Diocese, they are not super enthusiastic about sharing that live feed. It's true. No, nothing bad about it. But like, they're not really enthusiastic about giving access to their high-speed internet over there. In San Roque, they were super happy about it. They gave us the connection. That's a problema. They were really excited that we were there to do it. Like, all right. I thought they were all the same. I'm like, wow, I'm Catholic. Oh, reminds me, I totally screwed up yesterday. I could count on my hands twice the amount of times that I've made this mistake. In my entire life. Catholics, raise your hand. You're at your desk, you're at your office, raise your hand. All right. You're going to get the Eucharist. Just close your eyes, put your hands out. How's it supposed to go? That's not how I did it yesterday. It's the second time I did it. I don't know if it was because I was nervous. I was trying to get in. Why would you be nervous to get communion, right? Wrong hand placement. I'm like, oh my God, this is weird. Why? No. And the guy who gave it to me, he looked at me funny too, but he did it. And I'm like, oh, geez. I know. I did it wrong. And like, I'm like, what the heck just happened? Is this old man short-circuiting? I think so. The other time, they were both in Saipan. Once was at Cristo Rye. I can't believe it. I think that means I just haven't gone to church long enough. But like that normal, put your hands out there, body Christ, amen. Yeah. I know, blasphemy. I mean, both hands were clean, so I guess it's okay. Yep. Well, anyway, that's what's going on. So you coveted the funeral? That was cool. Oh, covered. Yes, covered. Yes, we covered the funeral. Man, yeah, we did. And we did it. We received the ask for people to, and by the way, people do ask us to cover funerals and stuff like that, and we do it. I know we've done like the big ones and all that stuff because it's news. This isn't news necessarily, the funeral, but it means a lot to a lot of people, I think. I think that counts. It might not be just straight up news, but it's using the platform that we have to do some good with, and I think that's important. Holy cow. I'm getting all kinds of, oh, I know what these are from. Thank you, Eric. Thank you. Just got these. We'll share these with you guys in just a second. I shot a faraway version of it, but Eric Moffness, viewer, sending us photos of the Amadea that just pulled into port. Anyway, yeah. So we do cover the we do these things when we're asked. It's just a matter of if the connection's going to be good. And in San Roque, we went and tested it. They gave us instant access to their high-speed internet, and we were golden. At the cathedral, it's tough. Like it's a kind of a tough spot. And then when everybody's in there, I need something else. I need like a hard line to plug into because it won't work for me any other way for us to get a good thing. And I don't want to give you a choppy product. The price is really good too. But I don't want to give you something and then it's, we're failing to deliver because the bandwidth isn't good. But I know that it's a good thing for people because of all the people who are off island who want to see it. I was trying to explain it to my parents yesterday. last night when I was coming home. I know people don't live stream your funerals. We do here because of how remote we are. It makes sense. Anyway, a lot of stuff that we're going to cover today. Again, let's get into that just so we can show you some of those photos that we just got. Let's open this up. Thanks, Norman. Really appreciate it. Let's go. These are some photos that we got. Just hot off the presses from our viewer, Eric Moffness, our veteran brother, the man, the myth, the legend. There it is. That's the Amadea. And there are more shots of this thing, too. We saw it coming from far away. But this bad boy is only going to be here till about 2 o'clock. So if you're on the ship, remember, don't miss it. They are going to leave without you. They're on a 146-day journey around the world. It's amazing. And this is just cool. And they have been going all through Micronesia. They went to Guam before they got here. They were in FSM before they got here, making their way. They've got more stops to go. But that's the ship that's showing up here. I know, Lero. I know. Oh, there's more photos. Here we go. We'll show you these too. Here, let's get in on this. Woo. There's the CPA, forerunner of justice. Oh, they got the dancers there. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. This is great that they did. That has got to be one of the best ways to arrive in an island when you've got the dancers right there, welcoming people there. And look closely up on the rails. Everybody comes out. I've seen it a ton of times when all these ships come in. They leave their rooms and go to the railings just to watch it. It's special. If you don't think it is, you're mistaken, because it is awesome, and they love it. And, you know, they're taking a bunch of photos. Oh, yeah, that's just a Holiday and Tira sign. You can see through it backwards. They usually have vendors that come out, too. And they've got some places for people just to kind of sit down and relax by the ship. And it's great. You can see that there's folks out there performing to some very happy travelers. All the way out there, you see those containers. That's just to keep them safe. Keep it a secured thing. So other riffraff can't make their way in. And the port part is still secure for them. But it's awesome. And also, who uses the term riffraff? Louisa says, I'm born and raised here, but it never gets old. I know. It's awesome. Norma Yvette says, left Saipan yesterday, back to Augusta, Georgia. Got in the same day. I'll be back again next year. Oh, you got to come over and say, hey, next time. We'll get you on. Saipan, then he says, I want to try a cruise ship, but I have the same luck as the Titanic. Yeah, no kidding. I hear you. They're pretty good now. Hey, Agriganja says, Bois Luchal, good morning, Yil, Marianas. Great to see you. Thanks so much for being here with us today. Mike says, a legend was put to rest. Indeed, he was in Mel Sakisat. Ignacio de la Cruz saying, good morning, CNMI. Good morning to you. Norma Vet says, we used to be able to do that all the time, long time ago, but in the Pacific Princess would cover Princess World cover into pretty back in the 70s. The answer is, oh, yeah, no kidding. The Pacific Princess, the Love Boat was the Pacific Princess. Good morning, Louisa. Great to see you. Do we have baseball this week? Like any weekday games? We'll find out from you here pretty soon. Saipan Nenny, great to see you again. I still love your profile picture. Lero, great to see you. Thanks for being here with us. And thanks for joining us. Always nice to see you guys. Brenda Fujihira Hussein is with us today. Thank you for coming in and joining us today. Marianne Kaliliman. Yes, great to see you. And no, you don't want to hear me sing, I'm telling you. Not again. Evelyn Kango, thank you. Thanks for tuning in this morning. It is so much better when you are here. Nending Luna, great to see you as well. Thanks for coming here and enjoying the show. David Gibson, CEO from IT&E, is here. And Marianne Kaliliman wasn't kidding. She said, Brat and Hood. Ngan. I am. We'll let you know what we got for you today here in just a little bit. Connie Park Baza in the house. Great to see you. And Travis Jones watching all the way. Could he be at work? Could he be on the road? Could he be hanging out at Last Shop Bar and opening for a special morning edition? I don't know, but it's probably not that one. Let's get back up there. I got to keep scrolling up because I miss it. I got to start earlier with you guys getting in here. Agatha Ketabangang, great to see you this morning as well. Oh, man, listen to that. I remember I haven't said that name in a long time. Great to see you, and great to see you, and welcome back to the show. And let's get to it, guys, though. Richard Lazama's watching from L.A. Great to see you. Thanks for tuning in. You are a traveling guy. Ever since you were up there on Capitol Hill, you have been now everywhere. Great to see you. And Juan Nandan, great to see you as well. Thanks for coming back. Yeah, we do. We got a lot of stuff. Oh, my gosh. Venus Hustaki says, oh, morning edition at Last Shop Bar. Wouldn't that not be awesome? Would you call that First Shot Bar if we end up doing morning sessions over there? I'm not talking weekends, although weekends would be pretty cool. I know they might not be early risers when you're in that business, but that would be pretty cool. You do a 5K and then you knock out like I don't know what you want to call it. A 5K, then a 5-pack. Do it a 6K with a 6-pack. That's it. 6-pack, 6K. Morning edition over at Last Shop Bar. First Shop Bar. I think that could be a thing. All right. So you want to get into it. You want to talk about local news. Hold on. Let me see if I got something else that just came in. We posted these photos that we just got this link this morning from the folks over at Department of Homeland Security. I'm not talking about the local one. I'm talking about the federal Department of Homeland Security. Like, you know, as they're talking Homeland, like Kristi Noem and all that stuff. Yeah. Well, we got a link to their Flickr. Who still has Flickr? Well, Department of Homeland Security does. And they sent us all their photos of the meetings with our governor and Kristi Noem. They also have Kevin Lundy, who's the commandant of the Coast Guard. And they also have the lobbyist for businesses here in the CNY, Jason Osborne. He's in there with that meeting as well. And that's kind of a big deal that they got that meeting. Pretty big pull. Some of the messaging that I got from people who were there was that Kristi Noem, it seems like she's a big fan of us getting that Annex 6 exemption reinstated so that we would have uncapped flights from China making their way in China. They're good people, most of them. Trying to get more tourists in here. By the way, speaking of tourists that are coming in here, have you seen all these advertisements from Philippine Airline? I know I post them up, but like they're not paying me to do it, so I don't know how to do it. But they're not just flying to the Philippines. They're talking about Japan flights and everything. Philippine Airlines, they are not just looking about bringing the Pinoys to the CNMI. They are looking at being a regional air carrier. They're judging by the flights that they're offering right now. They're trying to be united. It's not a bad idea. I like it. Philippine Airlines is looking to bring people back and forth to the CNMI from other countries. That's it. They're looking to bring people in from Japan. They're in different cities in the Philippines, and there's going to be other ones. Just watch. They're talking $300 round trip tickets to Japan. Yes, I'm not kidding. That's what they're doing. They're coming for you, United. And you know what? I love it. I'm here for it. Smack them around a little bit. Say, United, what did... Yeah, I'm telling you, United has been asleep at the wheel for us here in the Marianas. I'm sure they're going to shake it off Taylor Swift style and say, hey, look, we love you. Remember how good it used to be? No, we don't. You smacked us too many times, Ike. Teen is walking away. We're not doing this anymore. Anyhow, that's it. Appealing Gazetmo is in the house. Oh, my goodness. You know it's going to get hot and sexy in here. Appealing Gazetmo is in there. No doubt about it. Also, Toba Castro, the tip man from Dan. He said, Buenas from Marianas I, Los Garapan. Yeah, I love it. Ricky Castro, great to see you, man. I hope all is well for you guys. I haven't seen you in forever since you left, but I hope you're doing great, my friend. And you're welcome, Richard. We're happy to bring you all that coverage and all that. It's great. All right. But this meeting, getting back to it, this meeting with Homeland Security is a big deal because if we end up getting that exemption, then all of a sudden, open the floodgates and we could have a whole bunch of tourists again. It seems to be a bigger deal if this whole thing falls through with Korea, because we sent people to Korea to try and talk with TUA and Jeju about now cutting off their flights. One of the things that people are talking about is that, this big merger between Korean Air and Asiana and how it's hurting. The only problem is that Korean Air and Asiana are getting some serious funding subsidies from the Korean government to even fly empty planes here, but they're not here to Guam. And so we can't, even the discount airlines can't touch the prices that they're able to offer. And now we're looking like we're going to be sucking in about a month or by the end of the month. The question is that how it's going to go? Well, we haven't heard back yet to find out how these meetings have gone, but hopefully they've been successful and that our lifeline from Korea, our steady flow of tourists, won't be cut off. But again, you're trying on multiple different things at the same time, not just one thing. So that's why they're trying to do this stuff. So Philippine Airlines, I'm telling you, that's the little sneaker. That's the little creeper that got in, that's working on this stuff with us. And I'm excited to see how much more they expand. Philippine Airlines, man. I love it. Those flights to Philippines aren't cheap, right? They're not the super cheap ones that you see from Guam, but those flights to Japan, yeah, like a round trip for like $300. Great deal. Hey, good morning. Richuk, John Jonah. Great to see you. Thanks for being here with us today. Tobot says they need to change United. They had 3 delays yesterday, Guam to Saipan. Oh, really? Yikes. Well, I didn't go, so it's not my fault. By the way, if you are going to be going Guam to Saipan, you got a couple of great options. You can go with Star Marianas, or you can go with MAC, Micronesia Air Connection Services. They are both great sponsors for our show. We love both of those guys, and you can get there all the time, and they're so easy. A lot of people think about it. Oh, it takes longer to get there than it does on United. Yeah, United's flight might take 30 minutes, but you got to get there 2 hours early to check in. You got to go through TSA. You got to hang out at the airport, and you got to buy a $14 tuna sandwich and an $8 bottle of green tea. No. With our local carriers, you get to just roll in like 30 minutes before your flight, have them check your passport, and then you hop on a plane and you get there. All told, you waste less time flying with our local commuter carriers at our brand new commuter airport than by going through United anyway. Does it cost more? It's pretty close. Depends on how you value your time. I think it's great. Oh, those planes are too small. No, you're just too big. Hey, I'm telling you, I love those flights. They're great for me. I really enjoy them. Peeling says, what happened to the airplane they bought to serve the CNMI during the Torres administration? Just asking, please, no negative thinking. Laugh, 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 laugh. Yeah, I know. That whole deal sucked. Marianas, Southern. I really wanted that to work. No lie. They brought in new planes, all this stuff. They got this ARPA money from us. It's going to be great. And as soon as they lost the ARPA subsidy, that's when they lost their interest in the Marianas. That's what I'm telling you guys. You got to support you got to dance with the girl that brung you with regards to that stuff. Why wouldn't you give that same deal to the people who have been here? I know. Personality conflicts. Gripes. Got to get over that personality conflict stuff, because the people who are here and actively want to do better for the Commonwealth every day, are still here. Even though you tried a subsidy, you like went after a local carrier that's been serving the local market to try to get rid of them. And they're still here. Support your local. When you talk about, you can't talk about buy local and support local if you're not doing that. You're bringing someone in and giving all this money from the outside. Oh, because you get greedy. You get excited. Ooh, they got a fancy car. All right, anyway. June, good morning. Thanks for joining us today. He says, good morning, magandang umaga, Marianas. Yes, good morning indeed. And Norma says, hey, get your food at Herman's before you go to the airport or breakfast or takeout. Bring it with you. It's cheaper than buying it in the terminal. It's super expensive inside. No doubt about it. By the way, it's really good. Did you see the post? I don't know if you follow us on Instagram, but I took a picture of the breakfast I had at Herman's on, gosh, what day was that? It was Saturday? And oh my God, it's so good. I don't know what it is. First of all, the people at Herman's Modern Bakery are amazing. They're so friendly. The staff is great. If they are there for you, like they're ready to fill up your coffee cup. They're ready to fill you up with a smile too. They are awesome. But the food, I don't know what it is, but they get it just right when it comes to those hash browns. I got the plain old Howley breakfast, the eggs, the bacon, the toast, the sweet bread. Oh, the Herman's sweet bread. Oh, it's some magic. And then it comes with 2 hash browns and your coffee. So good. Amazing. That sweet bread when you're sopping up the eggs and, oh, man. And the perfect crispiness for the hash browns. You just can't beat it. It was great. That was absolutely perfect. Yeah, it was awesome. Chloe Stewart says, I agree 100%. Filipinos work hard and deserve respect. They're the reason our house is built, and Americans are the reason why we're not slaves. I love Filipinos. I love one more than the rest of them. My wife. She is great. I definitely am happy. By the way, I'll tell you just a real quick, and I'm not going to linger on this, but back in the Saipan Tribune days, I still remember my interview. I'll never forget my interview with HR. The question that I got in that dark room, it was pretty dark and damp, not damp, but like kind of like almost like a, one of those interrogation rooms you see on TV for the police movies or police TV shows. And this lady, she's from the Philippines too. And I'm interviewing to become a reporter over there. And she's like, you're going to be working with the Filipinos. Are you okay with that? And I'm like, oh my God, how do you ask a question like that? It's like the absolute worst. Yes, I am great with it. Oh my God, it was so funny. I learned so much from everybody that I worked with and worked for over there. JV and Mark, and then working with all those pros back, Liberty, Agnes, Lek. Marconi was there as well. Who else do we have? John was doing business, and it was just me and Sean doing sports and having a good old time. Man, good times. It was great. Oh, Ferdy Delatorre, the legend of reporting in Saipan. It was great. Oh, Ricky says your show schedules falls on my lunch break. Glad to hear you some local vibes with your radio show. Oh, thanks. Great to see you. I'm really glad to hear it. Ray Kitagua, great to see you. It was great to see you yesterday as well. We're at a critical point. This is from Juan. We're at a critical point in continuing economic decline. Will November elections bring opportunities? Great question. My gosh. And that part is heating up big time. And it is really heating up. And boy, I got to tell you, I got something that is going to be a little bit shocking, but I'm still waiting on confirmation. I'll tell you what, I'll leave that as a cliffhanger. We'll be right back after this.
Shiny smiles all around, where happiness is.
friends and neighbors, sons, fathers. They're Little League coaches and veterans. They're people who love this country. These are Immigration and Customs Enforcement officers. They are removing violent criminals from our streets and neighborhoods. It's dangerous and difficult work. But ICE has one mission, to make America a safer place to live, and that's what they're doing. This is law enforcement. This is ICE.
All right, kids, ITNE news time is 8:23 in the morning here on Tuesday, and we've got your news from the Associated Press right here.
AP News, I'm Ben Thomas. U.S. casualties from the Iran war are now at 6. While saying more deaths are likely, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth declared it would not be an endless war.
This operation is a clear, devastating, decisive mission. Destroy the missile threat, destroy the Navy, no nukes.
Still, the war has spiraled farther as Israel and the U.S. continue to pound Iran. Tehran and its allies have struck back, targeting Israel, the Gulf Arab states, and sites critical to the world's production of oil and natural gas. The Iranian Red Crescent Society says at least 555 people have been killed in Iran so far. Authorities report 31 killed in Lebanon and 11 in Israel. Sagar Magani on what led up to the war.
As he left the White House Friday for Texas, the president noted indirect talks with Tehran.
No, I'm not happy with the way they're going.
But said there was no final decision on what to do next. About 3 hours later, aboard Air Force One, he relayed the go order down to Joint Chiefs Chairman Dan Kane.
The president directed, and I quote, Operation Epic Fury is approved. No aborts. Good luck.
From there, a massive military force made final preparations.
Across every domain, land, air, sea, cyber.
The attacks continue 2 days later, but for how long? The president says the initial thought was 4 to 5 weeks, but says the operation could go far longer. He tells the New York Post he's not ruling out putting American troops in Iran if necessary. Sagar Magani, Washington.
Oil prices leaped on worries that the Iran war will clog the flow of crude. Stocks swung from sharp losses to small gains. The S&P closed up less than 0.1%. The Dow added about 0.2, the Nasdaq 4. Oil and defense stocks rallied. Treasury yields rose with worries about inflation. This is AP News. Hi, Panjwani on what we're being told about a mass shooting over the weekend in Texas.
Authorities say a gunman wearing clothes with an Iranian flag design and the words "property of Allah" killed 2 people and wounded 14 at a Texas bar. The FBI said the shooting in Austin is being investigated as a potential act of terrorism. Police shot and killed the man who had used both a pistol and a rifle early in the shooting. It came a day after the U.S. and Israel launched an attack on Iran. The Department of Homeland Security identified the gunman as 53-year-old Diaga Diagne. Multiple people briefed on the investigation say he is originally from Senegal. I'm Haya Panjwani.
And the House Oversight Committee has released video of former President Bill Clinton and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton's depositions last week about their relationships with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. There's more news and the latest developments at apnews.com.
If you see something, say something. And stay anonymous. Call Crime Stoppers at 234-7272 or submit a tip online at nmicrimestoppers.com. No names, no caller ID, no recordings, just your info. And if your tip leads to an arrest, you could earn up to $1,000 in cash. Your tips have helped take hundreds of criminals off the streets in the NMI. It works because of you. Crime Stoppers, we want your information, not your name. PHI is your local pharmacy serving customers in Cagman, Garapan, and Dandan since 1996. Shop PHI Pharmacy for all your prescriptions.
and we even offer a large line of multivitamin supplements. Our Dandan location is open weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 4 on weekends. Or visit our Garapan and Cagman locations weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 1 on Saturdays. Check us out online at phipharmacy.com or follow us on Facebook. PHI is a locally owned independent community Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
And by sunrise, she's marching with the sun in the air. Hashtags flying everywhere. Paint on her jacket, fire in her eyes. Truth gets louder when the camera's live. She says she's saving the world in 4K live. Different stage when it's neon nights. By day she's preaching revolution plans. By night she's paying bills with OnlyFans. Cape in the closet, heels in her hand. Fighting the system and the algorithm. Having only friends ain't part of the plan. She funds the movement with OnlyFans. Glitter on boots, spotlight glow. Crowd goes wild at the midnight show. Clock strikes 12, persona flips. Justice and drama from painted lips. Megaphone power, chant so bold. Truth gets flexible when the story's sold. By day she's chanting through city halls. By night she's working behind paywalls. Hero or villain, depends who stands. She's got subscribers, not just fans. Saving the world one live stream scan. Fun in the fight with OnlyFans. Two masks, one mission, split screen fame. Every cause needs a funding stream. Is it justice? Is it sand? Is it power in her hand? She's got a banner and a backup plan. Megaphone queen with a payment scan. Cape in the daylight, cash in hand. Truth goes viral when it's well hidden plan. Superhero in high demand. Powered by rage. And
All right, Marianas. It is 8:31 here on Tuesday morning in the Marianas, and we are having a great day, a great start to the day. The weather is about as nice as you're ever going to see it out here today. It's going to fall off quite a bit, though, tonight, so enjoy it while you can. Stay away, clouds. We're supposed to have the blood moon tonight. What does that mean? It's supposed to be a red moon, but I'll tell you what, the sunrise was amazing this morning. This giant ball just concealed a little bit by the clouds, so it was enough to take away all that sheer crazy brightness, but it was bright enough where you could see it, and it was just gorgeous. Coming down top of Chow, being able to see that today was just incredible. As the French would say, incroyable. That's about it. That's how serious I get on those accents. Anyway, we do have cool stuff today. Just seeing you guys in the comments cracking me up, something fierce. By the way, important stuff. You guys are having a good time in the comment section. Absolutely love it. If you haven't already, like this post. This is something that's good. By sending the reactions all the time is a big deal. So click on it, like it, say, hey, we love it, whatever, or say, Brad, hey, you need a new haircut. I'm sick of seeing the same one for 20 years or more. Try something new, whatever you want. Throw something in the comments and a reaction. Also, if you haven't already subscribed to us on the YouTube side, please do. Our YouTube subscribers are climbing. Our Instagram numbers are climbing, but we need you to be on there too. And we're gonna work on this TikTok thing. I know I have gotten into a pretty good rhythm of the regular stuff with Facebook, Instagram, website, YouTube. Boom. Now I got to add TikTok into this stuff. And do I want to get funny with it? Not really. I don't think I'm going to get too crazy till we get to interns. I'll let them do all that fun stuff. But at least for now, knocking out the news and all that stuff will be pretty good doing it our style. And we'll let the interns have the fun stuff. All right, so let's get into it. By the way, we told you this story last week. We broke the news. It wasn't anything to break, but we're the only ones that covered it, about Senator Rick Scott from Florida. Now, he's one of those 3 senators who wrote that letter to Kristi Noem and Doug Burgum saying, hey, we don't like what's going on over there in the CNMI. We want you to do something about it. And so last week we told you when he introduced that bill about the CNMI, saying, hey, we want to get rid of that CNMI Guam visa waiver thing. Well, when he did it, he basically just kind of parked the number for what he called the One Nation, One Visa Policy Act, the Senate Bill 3857. You know, it's so funny about it. This is exactly what Congresswoman Kimberly King Hines is saying that we need less of. That we've got these folks who are in the mainland telling us, you know, hey, it's one size fits all. And she's like, hey, no, that doesn't work for us out here. Help a brother out or help a sister out. You know, like that's what we're asking for. Well, anyway, he's like, no, we're going to change this. Well, not only are we going to do it, we're also going to remove that whole thing about the Hong Kong and the Macau nationals, even though because they're Chinese nationals, really, but they just get those passports. So that's a big deal. Ooh, I just got a message. Hold on. This is one of these messages I got to check out. Hold on. Let me find my little cursor. Oh, I have one. Troy Torres, by the way, over there in Guam. He's like, I have something. I have something. But I need it confirmed first. All right. So, and by the way, love Troy Torres. Thanks so much. This guy has been so supportive of the stuff that we've been doing. So I'm really appreciative of all that stuff, you know, because he's the first all digital outlet over there in Guam. And of course, they've got all kinds of stuff here in the CNMI. They've done a lot. They have a lot to do here. They've got a lot of interviews, a lot of relationships, and all that other stuff. And so then we became the first all digital outlet here. We're not the same, you know, we're not the same thing, but it's kind of cool, right? And then Marianas Press, they're like, hey, we like that. We're going to do that too. So they did it, and they're killing it too. They're awesome. And so now it's kind of like, you know, get with the wave, you know, this is the way people get their news now anyway, but it's really good that, you know, we're able to work together on this stuff. And if you're wondering, you know, how this whole journalism thing works and reporters and relationships and all that other stuff, it's not like a Docomo versus IT&E thing or like a Variety versus Tribune thing back in the day, or you name it, you know, you pick your different things. But reporters are reporters, and the folks in the news are folks in the news. And for the most part, you want to stay sharp, but you can help each other out. I mean, having those relationships are great. And there are reporters out there, when they get something that's too good, they share it with you. If you can't be there, like I'm super happy to help out the other folks who are there by taking photos and sending it to them. Hey, you couldn't make it today. Here's a couple photos from today you can use for your story. I won't use those photos. So they're not the same exact photos. They can be yours and use them for your stories. And that's it, because the whole goal of all of this, everyone who does all of these things, like this show is the show, right? We can get ridiculous on here, throw all kinds of opinions and thoughts and being goofy and all that stuff. And that's the show. But actually doing the news and getting the news out to you guys, everybody does it because they want to help be a conduit of information of the people who are doing things and the things that are happening to you. So you know what's happening in your home, and you know what's happening back home for you guys who are elsewhere. So I love when we're all able to work together on certain things like that. And I love the productivity that you could do when you work together with stuff. And that's it. It's about relationships with each other too. Now, not everybody is like that. Some people are better than that, are better at doing that than others. And, you know, that's just how it works. You know, some people are totally resistant to that kind of stuff. It happens. You know, that happens. Anyway, I love being able to do this stuff, and I like being able to bring this kind of stuff to you, and your support for our show and your support for our news and our pages and everything is what makes that happen. Because when the advertisers who fund it, they look at those things. You know, how many subscribers do you have? How many followers do you have? How many views are you getting? How many clicks? So when you see our posts go up, you know, give them a like, or, you know, give them a reaction. You think it might be important, or you might think it's not, but it is, especially for the people who are doing ads with us. So when you see the little things on there, and hey, I know you guys are listening to it too. When you see that people are watching, like most people don't do the reactions to ads because it's just an ad, right? For some company or some business or something like that. We do it for a couple of reasons. We do it because we want to partner with folks. I mean, I want them to advertise on the show, of course, right? Because that's easy to throw the commercials in. But I also want them to do it for the overall platform, because we have such a big reach, and we're able to reach out and get so many different people. And it's almost like you're showing a little tip of your hat, a little bit of appreciation to all the folks who does work with us and does sponsor with us, when you give them a like, when those ads pop up, when those things pop up on the page. So think about that. Just giving a little bit of love. It's our small town something that we're able to do that folks at a bigger place might not be able to do, but we can handle that. Eric, thank you, man. And he says, thank you for whatever you do, and you have viewers all over the world, and I know they appreciate it too. Well, hey, you're one of those viewers, Eric, and you're one of my friends, and you send us stuff, like those photos that you sent us this morning. So thanks so much. That's really great. And that's what makes this thing so cool, because you guys are just a big part of this as well. So this is helping us be able to bring this stuff to you. And can you believe it? Check this out. We are just 2 months away from our 2-year anniversary. It's nuts. I know. And by the way, I had a post that came up yesterday. In the past 10 months, we have more than doubled the number of followers that we have. That is insane. That tells you how much people have changed their way they get their news. We hit 10,000 followers on Facebook 10 months ago. Now we're over 21,000. In less than a year, we doubled. It's incredible. 10 months. 10 months. And that's 11,000 new followers in the last 10 months. That's something special. That's you guys. Shows something's right. People definitely like to do this. And Luisa says, when we stream baseball, we get viewers from all over, especially on YouTube. Yeah, that's super exciting. PJ's out there from Seattle. Great to see you too. By the way, all these comments count too. Really appreciate that, because you guys, I have some cool numbers. I know we're going to talk about like the news stuff here too, but I was going through one of our sponsors asked us for some information metrics wise, and so just to take you back a little bit, when I was doing marketing for this big company, we reached out to one of the companies we advertised with, and we asked them for some metrics, and it took like a couple of months before we got anything back from them. We got it. We turned around in the same day, because we want our advertisers to know what we know. We'll show you what we know when we get it. And part of that is because it's still a relatively new thing for these advertisers to advertise with all digital media outlets like us or Marianas Press or Candid. And So they got to get comfortable with it and all that. But when we're willing to show them what our numbers are right from the jump and let them be along with us for the ride, watch how we grow together as we grow as an organization, as we expand our footprint digitally, and people get to see that. It's pretty awesome. And when you see the numbers, like it's, I could see where people maybe had doubts at the beginning, even though I didn't, I had little fears that it wouldn't work out, but like being able to see all that stuff was pretty cool. Now here's where it gets really exciting. It gets really exciting because how many people do you think we got in Saipan? I'm going to say about 35,000 now, because a lot of people have left. And we're averaging for this past month over 10,000 views per show. I'm not talking per broadcast, per everything. And I'm talking about just Good Morning Marianas. Averaging over 10,000 views per show for your morning show. Now, you got to take that. Is that 10,000 individual people? No. But there's people in there who go and do something else and then come back to it. So you're getting multiple hits from people. But we're still nailing over 5,000 different people who are ended up watching at one point or another during the show. And that is really cool because no one else for any other medium can show that that's how many actual people that they're getting. For sure. Whether it's you're watching the news, whether you're watching another program on like radio or something like that. So we have real numbers that can show you how many people are watching this. So you know for sure how many people are watching this thing. That's like a massive part of our population. Not everybody can watch the show too, because kids are in school. You got babies. They're part of that population. And there's folks who don't even have internet access. And we're still pulling those kind of numbers. Let's see. That's awesome. You guys are great. You're continuing to make this thing a thing. And we got a pretty good reach. Look at that. PJ said she just left Colorado Springs, but Jing is out there in Colorado Springs. Man, you're awesome cameraman and a great guy. I hope you come back sometime, man. This is the thing that I was hoping that I could get, and if you were still here, and you could have been a part of. That'd be pretty awesome. Imagine now, the guardrails are gone. We get to cover the stories as we see them. Jing, we'd have a blast. If you ever come back, let me know. No, I know, PJ. I know, but hey, I don't have to do. I don't have to copy anybody's style, because that doesn't work. Everybody's got their own style, but it's also not for me to say that style's no good. You got to do the style that works for you, right? And then it's like type of ice cream. I'm not gonna tell you that's a bad ice cream. That's you might not just like that ice cream. I just know what the ice cream is good for me. I hope it's not just vanilla. All right. Eldon Dela Cruz, all the way from Utah. Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. It is great to see you. And yeah. Let's see what we said. Let's get to the comments again. Juan Nandan. He says, it just scrolled up. Sorry about that. It says, going back to my last comment, biggest worry is if BJ and Edmund will be able to jumpstart our economy. We need more. We need more action, less talk, and improving tourism in the long term. Yeah, I'll tell you what. You're not getting much talk from BJ and Edmund. I was joking. Their campaign slogan should be, vote BJ and Edmund. Someone's got to talk, because you don't hear from them. Now, there's a few things you could say about that. This is not me trashing these guys and jumping on someone else's bandwagon, so calm down. These guys are my friends also. But they don't do a lot of talking. Now, they do a lot of work in the legislature, and they let their product of their work do the talking for them, because they're not vocal. They're not self-promoters. They're the worst self-promoters. That is the truth. They are really bad. But at singing their own praises. It's not saying bad stuff about them at all. So, but you got hopes for everybody. Anybody who wants to run for that top spot, man, that's not going to be easy. And right now, you only got 2 tandems. The question is there going to be a third one? Selena Babauta, good morning. Great to see you. Always great. It was so nice to see you in Franklin yesterday. He looks great, by the way. He better be winning this thing because he looks good. He looks healthy. He looks strong. He looks great. It was so nice to see him. Yep. Ricky says it's sad to see the NMI diaspora continues. Yeah, it does. But that's always going to be the case. It happens everywhere. You always get people who are going to leave. Even my hometown of Buffalo, New York, people leave there all the time. Look at me. I can't get much further away than where I'm at right now. But I came here. You got to find the place that fits right for you, and that's here. PJ, don't worry, I got you. He said, "Don't worry. Copy is not the right word. I meant the reporting style." Oh yeah, no problem. I'm with you though. I'm 100% with you. I can't copy his reporting style because we just have a different style. That's just it. So don't worry, I won't change. It's just going to be how I'm doing it, and I'll change if I screw up and I need to, or if I gotta change tack a little bit. But that's just how this rolls. All right, well, it's 8:49 already this morning, and we still have a lot more to go. And, man, I would love to hear from you guys about whatever you think about these local things that are happening right now. Whew. Man, there's something we're sitting on. We didn't put it out there till we get it confirmed. We've reached out to the agency involved for DPS. I won't speak to the details of it beyond that. But we received some documents purportedly from HR at DPS trying to get it confirmed that it's legitimate, that it's bona fide letter written from somebody at DPS. We reached out to DPS. We reached out to the governor's office for confirmation of it. And I don't want to spill the beans on it beyond that because I want to make sure that it's legit. But you guys probably have seen it. Because the people who sent it to me said, please don't say that I sent it to you. That's a problema. But it also said forwarded many times. So that thing got around. And the person who sent it to me was not the only person who sent it to me. Other people started sending it. Juan says, I just wish we had a governor or a genius with a degree in economics. Don't we all? Hey, but there is good news about this. So check this out. We had a meeting yesterday with folks from the Commonwealth Economic Development Authority. You know who they are? The people who run this building. And they do all kinds of other stuff for us. They are doing a lot of great stuff in the CNMI. And we're hopefully going to be helping them tell their story. That's one of the things that they need. There's so much happening right now that they're doing to go out there and get to try to really kickstart this engine, not even jumpstart it. They're going out to different countries at the invitation of the U.S. Department of Commerce. They're putting together presentations that are pretty straightforward and getting good reactions. And they are not sitting in an office just enjoying aircon. They are knocking on doors, putting together presentations, sitting down with folks from different countries to bring economic investment to the Marianas. They're doing economically what MBA tries to do just with tourism. And it's working. I really hope I get to help tell that story. I mean, I'm going to tell it one way or another. But I might be able to really help them with their story stuff. And if that's the case, hoorah. Because I'm telling you, they do great stuff. And it's so sad that you guys don't get to hear about it. It goes all the way back to like September, when they were featured in American Chamber of Commerce and when they were in Taiwan. I know we put it out there and we told you about it, but you're not able to find it on our website because our website didn't start till October. I know, right? Look at us. But it's all about to really take off, I think. Ooh, speaking of this, I was going to talk about Zoe Motors, but then I'm getting all kinds of comments from folks, and I'm getting people sending me stuff from Japan. This is interesting stuff, folks. What's going on with Zoe Motors? Is Zoe Motoring? We're hoping to get more stuff. Are we getting excited about nothing? I don't know. But no matter what, I could tell you for sure, CETA is knocking on doors and getting in there. You would love what they're doing. You will love it. Just wait. You won't have to wait long. We'll find out within the next week. If we're going to help really jump in with 2 feet and help them out. Because that's a big deal for us. We really want to do that. You know what? Yeah, I know. I want to talk about that too. All right, so that's a good point. Random WhatsApp message person. It's so easy because we go from topic to topic, and the topics that were like the most important thing in the world last week just don't seem as important today after what happened over the weekend. And I know. It's like, and people like trading in their posters, whether it's mining or Palestine or Venezuela, and now it's Iran. I don't know what the next one is. ICE, that's probably one of them. But it's all those. So there's so many different topics. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Senator Selena says, Mike Sablon is an astute economist. We are fortunate we have local talents like Mike, and he continues to volunteer his knowledge to the CNMI government. Triple J is extremely fortunate to have him on their roster. You are so true. Man, that is so right. Mike Sablon, working for him was awesome. It was. But I was a big fan of him way before that. He is like an ethical role model when it comes to this stuff. Like the whole how you do things ethically here, like with your business and the way you carry yourself and all that other stuff. He's the guy to emulate. And it was great to work with him because I got to find out so much more about what he does and who he works with. And how he works in the circles in which he works, and just the way he conducts himself in regular stuff, and to know and how sharp he is, and like again, an astute economist is so accurate because of all the different factors and the different sources that he uses to measure success. Like he really has such an eagle eye on what's happening on the business front here in the Marianas. Like where I'm interested in football and I follow all that kind of stuff on football. He is like that for business. It is really interesting. Yep, Lucy, you're right. Ethical too. That's exactly it. He taught an ethics class that I was in. It was great. Tony Titano says, morning, Brad. I'll be visiting Saipan for about 3 weeks. We'll be there the 4th of July. I heard there's going to be a big celebration happening. Tell me more about it. Oh, maybe. So a couple of things happen. Every 4th of July, we have the big Liberation Parade, and that's a big deal. This one may be more than others because it's the 250th anniversary of the United States. And they'll probably have something going on. This month, there'll be something bigger. I think they use the term Jubilee for the, hold on, let's just do this. America 250. I'm just searching on our webpage. That's it. Yeah, the Jubilee is happening this month. March 22nd to the 24th, marks the 50th anniversary of the Covenant. How about that? When the covenant was signed, the United States was only 200 years old. That's such a small amount of time when you think about history and all that stuff. But A story that we posted today, Commonwealth Jubilee set for March 22nd to 24th to mark the 50th anniversary of the Covenant. And how about that? There's going to be a whole bunch of stuff that's happening. It says, what are the details? I think we're waiting for some of those. The commission has organized a festival around 3 days, exhibiting enduring traditions as day 1, embracing American culture as day 2, and voyaging through self-government on day 3. Organizers said that the events intended to celebrate CNMI's history, cultural heritage, democratic foundation, and shared values, while also encouraging the community to reflect on 50 years of self-government and partnership with the United States. So that's pretty cool. Looking forward to that. So I don't have all the details beyond that because that's what we've got so far. But it's pretty neat. And it's part of this big thing that's happening throughout the United States to celebrate 250 years. Now, I was just a little baby in 1976. And so I did not see or experience any of it. But around, that was the bicentennial. I remember seeing a lot of 1776 quarters that were out there. And so this is, for our generation, that big celebration that they had. Back when Jimmy Carter was the president, farming peanut farmers out there in Georgia and making sure that we have Olympic teams and rescue people from Iran. I don't know. That's my Jimmy Carter. I know. It's probably not good. Needs some work. All right. As far as the Liberation Parade, though, on July 4th, it's awesome every year. We broadcast it the past 3 years. This will be year 4. And how cool is it? We did that before we even had this as a business, right? We did that for free because we wanted to bring that coverage to the Marianas. When we saw that this is a platform where we can do cool things for folks in the CNMI, we did. So it's pretty sweet. Absolutely. We should start advertising that stuff. Anyway, we're kind of good at this broadcasting thing, with the network that we've got with good friends, the folks over there, Island Image and Motion. It's like a marriage made in heaven. It works out great. All right. Let's see. This one just came in. All right. Hey, I'll tell you what. There is, we should have the new updates for the news, but I definitely know that we've got them for sports. So let's get you a real quick sports update, and we'll be back with more right after this.
Fox Sports Update.
It's the last full week of the regular season for men's college basketball, and while 2 teams ranked in the top 25 nationally were in action on Sunday, both games might actually have been bigger for their opponents. See, 8th-ranked Purdue is pretty much a lock to make the NCAA tournament, but unranked Ohio State is right on the bubble. That means a win over a top 10 opponent could end up being the sort of thing that puts them into the field of 68.
Full speed ahead, quarter 3.
On CBS, that's exactly what happened as Ohio State gets a major boost to its tournament resume. So would Lightning strike twice with number 13 Michigan State visiting Indiana? The Spartans, like Purdue, are a safe bet for March Madness. Indiana, like Ohio State, could go either way. So same stakes, but a different outcome. Michigan State never trails, handing Indiana its 4th straight loss. In the pros, we had a rematch of the NBA Cup final, which we all remember was the New York Knicks beat.
Keep up to date with the very latest in Iran. Follow and listen to the Fox News Hourly Update podcast and dive deep with the Fox News Rundown podcast. Get them now at foxnewspodcast.com or wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts.
The San Antonio Spurs. The Spurs went into this one riding an 11-game winning streak, but it was again the Knicks who got the last laugh.
Brunson starting to get going with Castle on the bench, and Brunson!
On ABC, New York going on a 29-4 run between the first and second quarters, holding San Antonio to a season-low 89 points. In another good matchup, the Minnesota Timberwolves used a big second quarter to beat the Denver Nuggets, breaking a tie for the 4th-best record in the Western Conference. In the NHL, the LA Kings announced that they fired head coach Jim Hiller after 2 seasons, and that associate head coach DJ Smith will take over on an interim basis. LA lost 5 of its 6 games during the month of February. Golf, just a disastrous ending to the Cognizant Classic for Shane Lowry. Holding a 3-stroke lead with 3 holes to play, Lowry cards back-to-back double bogeys, handing Colombia's Nico Echevarria his 3rd career tour win. You can download the Fox Sports Podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you download your favorite podcasts. I'm Greg Thompson.
Get more on the Fox Sports app and foxsports.com.
Are you or someone you know
This
living
is
with a
Ainsley
mental
Earhart.
illness?
Thank you for joining me for the 52-episode podcast series, The Life of Jesus.
A listening experience that will provide hope, comfort, and understanding of the greatest story ever told. Listen and follow now at foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Are you or someone you know living with a mental illness? Have you experienced abuse or neglect, denial of services, or discrimination because of a mental illness or disability? You have rights. NM Posse is the Northern Marianas Protection and Advocacy Systems Incorporated, and we're here for you. Individuals diagnosed with mental illness have human, civil, and legal rights under federal and local law. No one should be mistreated, denied services, or discriminated against because of a disability. NM Posse's PIME program provides protection and advocacy for individuals with mental illness and provides information about your rights, advocacy, and assistance for eligible individuals, and support in cases involving abuse, neglect, or discrimination. Services are confidential and provided at no cost to eligible individuals. To learn more, call NM Posse today at 670-235-7273 or 7274, or email gborja@nmposse.org.
Alarm clock bark, sky still gray, radio clicks on, static haze. Good morning, Marianas, in my face. Brad yelling, wake up, Saipan, no escape. Coffee burns my lip, he laughs in my kitchen. Talks like he knows every bruise that I am in. Good morning, Marianas. Rise up, Saipan. Hearts on the harbor, headlines in his hand. Good morning, Marianas. Life from the reef to the ridge. Bread with the weather and a dare on the bridge. Traffic on Beach Road, kids half dressed. He jokes about rain and unpaid rent. Says call the show, tell me what you regret. Then plays our song like a second chance bet. He says, say your name, we say it like a prayer. Through busted speakers, we are almost there. Good morning, Marianas. Rise up, Saipan. Shacks and condos, all sing with the fan. Good morning, Marianas. Old scars, new daylight. Brad talks nonsense, somehow gets it right. Who is this voice in my cracked dashboard? Why does it feel like he is keeping score of every tired island soul dragged out of bed? Every maybe I will make it spinning in my head. Good morning, Marianas. Rise up, Saipan. Bad roads, good stories, all part of the plan. Good morning, Marianas. Yeah, shout it again. Brad says you are awake, so start living it then.
All right, good morning, Marianas. It is 9:07 here on Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. If you're not already thinking about Taco Tuesday at Godfather's, what are you even doing? You don't have to give up those for Lent, so enjoy it while you can, folks. Enjoy it while you can. And good morning to all you guys out there. If you haven't already thought about what you're going to be doing for Lent and what you're giving up, the time to do that is pretty soon. There's people flying back and forth. Are you going to fly back for Easter? I mean, why not? You might as well. I mean, you get to see your family, have a great time. Have some ice cakey again. You deserve it. But while you're doing it, you got to figure out where you're going to stay and all that other stuff. Well, there's a really easy way that you can do it. You can create the perfect family getaway at the Surf Rider Hotel. You can choose the room, whether it's a standard queen or a king, and you can add a Hertz dollar rent-a-car if you need it. Enjoy a great meal at Great Harvest or Surf Club. Use the vouchers when it suits you, or get it all in one package. No pressure. It's up to you. You don't have to worry about getting a complicated package. You can just go and spend some quality time together in a place that feels easy from arrival to checkout. Their packages start at $92, and that includes tax. And they're close to the airport. They're walking distance to the best Sunset Beach in Saipan, Surf Club Restaurant, and Great Harvest Bakery. You can't beat it. Book now, 235-7873, or send them an email. Reservation at SaipanSurfriderHotel.com. You can't beat it. It is awesome. And we love those guys, and I know they love us too. And that's where we went. By the way, right next door, Great Harvest, for the big power outage where they still had power, they still had internet, they still had air conditioning, they still had amazing food. The breads, the coffees, the everythings, the sandwiches. It was so good. So we're excited about getting down there again. In fact, maybe that's where we're going to go for lunch today. I know, sorry, Ena's Kitchen. I got other restaurants in my life, and this is a good one too. It is pretty nice. Hey, that song that you heard leading in, even the music that's playing behind us right now is all from AI. We have worked on so many things with AI. It's so much fun. It's one of the things I love about doing this. In fact, we're putting together a history, a little documentary piece where we worked on the script. Now we're working on orchestral arrangements for the the music for this documentary piece. Now we're just sourcing video that's public domain stuff about Saipan, and I'm really excited about it. But we got a viewer who also, and you guys probably do AI stuff all the time too, but we had a viewer who put together a whole bunch of stuff and put together a song with a video that he wanted to share and kind of showcase. And we thought that would be a great idea too. So we're going to pop that on for you. So since he's the one who did it, he's saying that we'll have no problem as far as copyrights and all that other stuff. So Shane, thanks so much for sharing this with us. And we're going to watch it with you guys together. Are you ready? He said this is something that he put together, a little labor of love that he's got for Saipan. So here you go. This is his AI video with the graphics and the music. It's called Sweet Saipan, and it's created by Shane Morrison. We'll watch it together.
I take a sweeping glance to see a jungle edge in sand. I'm mindful of existence as clouds drift across the land. A motley mix of colors seen from the ocean through the sky. Supple foxtails and grand green palms, a beauty none deny. Mighty elephant ears, vibrant shrubs and swaying coconut trees. Palatial vines and thickets fill voids between with ease. Arrays of royal points see all alike. The island flame and gentle crowning treetops all honor Saipan's name. Small gaps between the islands yield to the deepest ocean, wrapping fading shoreline in electric blue-green motion. Oh, the life below where currents weave and coral gardens sway. Oh, divers glide, no fish hides from sunlight's golden ray. Oh, above life serene, the island's creatures call. Oh, vibrant butterflies and splendid birds in dances that befall. Oh, geckos cling to mossy trunks or glide through every space. Oh, while chromatic grasshoppers hum, revealing nature's grace. Rolling hills stretch soft and green through shaded jungle passes. Oh, resorts stand in majesty, lawns vibrant as polished glasses are. Flawless sandy beaches glint in the morning's light. Oh, from the crest of topped showbirds, every tranquil sight. Oh, as Saipan's people live their lives of work and play, you will never go without a pleasant half-hour day. Oh, there is only peace when evenings fall. Oh, and sunset paints the sky, the multicolored oceans and cosmos start to sigh. I'll drift to sleep now, sweet Saipan, but first say half-a day, because after a few short dreams, your sunrise lights my way.
All right, that is the AI with the beats and with the video from Shane. But so thanks for sending that our way. And anybody who's doing stuff like that, if you end up having some fun, send it our way. We'll feature it so that we can say, I mean, if it's in good taste. I mean, don't send us your crazy stuff. Like that's stuff that gets people all wild and stuff like that. But this one was pretty cool. And thanks for sending that. That was really cool. All right. So Saipan, Tinian Rhoda. I got confirmation that this is legit now. Oh, this is gonna be a thing. That's just it. Oh no. So now we got to do it. All right. Well, it is 9:14 in the morning. We have work that we have to do now too. I am. You can't. It's crazy, but it's legit. So now I gotta move forward with this stuff. All right, we're gonna roll. I gotta go jump in on news stuff now this morning, and I want to say thanks to you guys for tuning in and for watching. Thanks for supporting our sponsors, and thanks for supporting us. The only reason we get to do this is because of you guys watching this. But man, oh my gosh, this message that came in during that song, I'm like, oh man. This is gonna make some waves today. Oh, here we go. You'll see it. You'll see it very soon. All right. You guys have a great day. Oh gosh. Yeah. Yeah, verified by the folks at DPS. We asked a couple of follow-ups. We'll find out if we get that back. But at least for now, this is it. That's the story. That's a toughie. All right, man. Well, that's it for today. That's it. That's how we get started. I'll leave you with a song or something as we. Let's see. I can get you another news update because it's ready to go. So while we get ready, okay. So here's the latest news update from the Associated Press while I work on that next story.
The news, I'm Ben Thomas. The U.S. and Israel continue to pound Iran in a campaign President Trump says will likely take weeks. Sagar Magani has more.
The president says the initial projection was 4 to 5 weeks.
But we have capability to go far longer than that.
He says Iran's nuclear and missile programs pose a direct threat to the U.S.
This was our last best chance to strike what we're doing right now and eliminate the intolerable threats posed by this sick and sinister regime.
Iran has long threatened to drag the region into total war if attacked, including targeting Israel, Gulf Arab states, and the crude oil flow. All of those have come under attack today, and the lack of an apparent exit plan for the U.S. and Israel sets the stage for a prolonged fight. Sagar Magani, Washington.
At least 6 U.S. service members confirmed killed so far. The Iranian Red Crescent Society says at least 555 people killed in Iran. In Israel, 11 people were killed in locations hit by Iranian missiles, while Israeli strikes against Hezbollah killed dozens of people in Lebanon. 3 people reported killed in the United Arab Emirates and 1 each in Kuwait and Bahrain. Meanwhile, John Gambrell reports
Kuwait accidentally shot down 3 American fighter jets as they were engaged against Iran in open air-to-air combat. This attack saw the Iranians actually fly fighter jets themselves into that country alongside drones and missile fire. That's according to U.S. Military Central Command that says all the pilots on board safely bailed out and are now receiving medical care.
In other news, the federal courts rejected the Trump administration's attempt to slow the refunding of billions of dollars worth of tariffs that the Supreme Court struck down as illegal. And Today Show host Savannah Guthrie and her sister returned to their mother's home outside Tucson for the first time since Nancy Guthrie went missing a month ago. This is AP News. You may have noticed it at the gas station, the Iran war having a big impact on financial markets, says Sutel with the AP Markets Report.
Crude oil prices rose sharply on worries that war with Iran could clog the flow of crude, while stocks swung from sharp losses to small gains on Wall Street. The S&P 500 recouped an early loss Monday and finished with a gain of less than 0.1%. The Dow Jones Industrial Average slipped 73 points, that's about 0.1%. The Nasdaq Composite rose 0.4%. Airlines and cruise operators ended lower. United Airlines fell about 3%. Norwegian Cruise Lines fell more than 10%. Treasury yields rose in the bond market. Bond investors worried that higher energy prices could make inflation worse. The yield on the 10-year Treasury note climbed to 4.04%. Seth Sutel, New York.
The latest developments at apnews.com. I'm Ben Thomas. Thanks for listening.
As the day unfolds with laughter and cheer, Brad's got the magic that brings us all near. Sharing tales